Let's make better than Starbucks cake pops. The first thing we're gonna do is make the cake. It doesn't have to be hard. You can make any cake that you like. I just bought a box to make it quick, so I'm just gonna make this up. That's it, just like the box says, nothing special. Water, oil. Okay, so then you're gonna pour it in a 9x13 pan. Grease so nothing sticks because you don't want to deal with that. And just bake it just like the box says. So for this one, 9x13 says 23 minutes at 350 degrees. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so this is the most important part. Do not let this cake cool. Don't. We need the heat to mix it together. Some people, when they make cake pops, they use frosting in them, which makes them really heavy and dense and sometimes too sweet. Or other times they just use like a baked dough, like a donut almost, which of course doesn't give us that sweet taste. But since ours are better than Starbucks, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna put it in hot. Hot, hot. I always break it up a little because then I can make it fall. And it doesn't matter because I'm gonna stir it up anyways. So we're gonna get this going in here. All right, see the seam? That's what we need. We're gonna add in a teaspoon, or about a teaspoon, because I don't measure, of vanilla, and a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And you're gonna use a paddle attachment, or if you have like a hand mixer, you can just use your hand mixer. Strap that on and let it whip up here. Okay, so this is where my cake batter is right now. Now you can test it. I have one of these crazy little scoopers. I got it on Amazon. You can grab some of it and see if it comes together how you want it to. And it did. See, it made a perfect little ball. And it's nice and mushy. I'll even show you. I'll break it apart. It's a good bite. Now I had this ready to go because I was afraid the strawberry I've never done. So it looked like it wasn't quite coming together. So I was gonna add a little more powdered sugar, but it came together. So there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoop them and make them in 2 little cake balls and put them on a parchment lined paper here. Okay, so once you have them all scooped and put on your parchment lined paper, you're gonna put them in the freezer for about 10 minutes to get them to really harden up for you and cool down together. And then we're gonna melt just a small amount of our chocolate to put the sticks in. So I'll show you that next. So I melted about 1/4 of the bag of chocolate, and I'm gonna dip my stick in it and push it right into the top of my cooled pops. And you wanna push through about 3/4 of the way so that it really is in there. You don't want it to fall off. So I'm gonna finish that with all of these, and then I'm gonna put them back in the freezer so that this part sets up. And while this part sets up, I am going to melt the rest of my chocolate to dip them all the way. A quick side note, I ended up eating 2 bags of chocolate because we made so many cake pops. I melted the rest of my chocolate and I put it into a smaller container to make it easier to dip. Pull them out of the freezer, and you're just gonna lightly roll it because it's gonna drip a lot. But it's gonna set up really nice, like these ones here, because it's so cold. So you just kind of have to take your time and spin it and let that excess drip off. You can also, like, I keep a spoon nearby to kind of like fill in any little divots. Like if you see right here at the top when I dipped, I didn't go all the way. So I'm just gonna fill it in and let it drip. Now because they're cold, the chocolate will set up fairly fast, but of course it's gonna drip at first. So you really gotta take your time and spin it and get all of the extra chocolate off so that you don't have it dripping everywhere like my first one dripped on me. But you don't want it to drip on the handles, obviously. Now you can do them upright like this, or you can put them down depending on how you're decorating them and what you are doing. I'm going to wrap them up with little bows so that people can take them with them from the party. So mine are gonna be upright for this. So I'm just gonna keep dipping these and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. Here is our cake pop all finished. And I put a little drizzle of chocolate on it when I was done just to give it a little extra oomph. And then this is what they look like all wrapped and ready to go for the party. Now for the price of 3 Starbucks ones, I made 30.